Oh no. Oh no. Great. Okay. Data online, online. All right. Now before I switch over, gotta fix this camera that I completely just flipped over as I hit. Oh, good. Studio mode and see. Got is the microphone nice and hot? Move it here and adjust this thing. There we go. Now you can hear me sing. Quick here. Oh yeah, that's way out of whack. In theory, an island full of dinosaurs is a. In theory. All right. Close enough. And my chair is not locked in place. Why it's not? Where? Things that I've wedged under. Okay, 2 more seconds. Sit back down. Camera. All right, there we go. I see there. I got the cords completely braided together by accident. Good job. Good job. We'll fix the microphone again. And okay, everything is. Everything's zen. Everything's zen. My phone went to sleep. Wake it up again. Shirt. Oh hey, am I still on? I don't know what screen I'm on. Let's get out of. Okay, cool. So that was just I was just streaming that whole time. Good. Good to know. Good to know. Good. Fantastic. Go back here for a sec. Make sure everything is in the right place. Everything is in the right place. Space Goonies here. And all right. Microphone. Ripley. Everything. Buttons. Oh, well, I used that wrong. Oh, that ruined everything. Anyway, Ripley, sweetest angel. I forgot to move all the things. Are you there? Oh, look at you in your little control center. That's wonderful. You ready to take care of all the business? Ready to take care of all the business. Awesome. Let's go to the wide camera, and we'll start being MrCurtoons. And hey, here we are, the new stream, and what? What's the big deal? What are you doing? You're looking at me like I'm causing trouble over here. I'm doing nothing different from what I normally do. I'm just being adorable. I got my little polka dotted shirt on that I think we all agree is great. I got my little mask with the swears on it. And you're like, what? What? Nothing I can do is good enough for you. Nothing I look. Nothing is anything. I just try and I try. Really, I don't try. But either way, you're just always upset. What's the deal, Gog? What is the deal? You're supposed to be rebooted. See Ripley over there in her control center? She's all new. And you're all old shirt, old head, old eyes. That wasn't part of the deal. You're supposed to reboot. But I don't want to reboot. Oh no! Ruined it. But I don't want to reboot. I just want to be like this. Don't you dare switch over to whatever that screen was that was on 2 seconds ago. Because you've got too many buttons, and you did not practice this, and you are not ready in any way, shape, or form. But seriously, though, what are you going to do? Ripley, hey, sweetest angel. We're going to reboot this guy? Let's reboot this guy, okay? Okay, let's reboot Milo, and you just press the reboot button, and that'll be great. Don't you dare push any reboot buttons. Ripley? Ripley, I swear to FUD. If you press the reboot button, I will be so bad. I'm gonna be so bad. So bad. Hey, Joe Pesci, calm down. Ripley, hit him with a Snickers bar, alright? That should have had a sound effect. But I forgot to change the thing. So no sound effect. Good job. Good job. Or my headphones aren't in. Maybe my headphones aren't on. Multi-opit should be on. Either way. Happy? Are you happy now? Tell me you're happy now. Hey, yeah, I guess I'm happy. I mean, my eyebrows are a little bit angry at the moment, but they'll change. They'll change. They'll go up. They'll go down. We'll have good times. I mean, overall, this is unacceptable as being, shown by my mug here. But we'll get used to it. I'll get used to it. But who cares? My tail is nice. I like my new tail. Honestly, having this mug is fantastic. Let's tell 15 stories about Mirko in this mug, because that totally relates completely. Good idea. Good idea. Ripley, start the thing for real. Hey, welcome. And is this the right camera? It is the right camera. So yeah, we changed it all up. I'm tempted to turn some lights off. If I had those on remotes, that's what this indicates. If I could thumb wrestle all of the lights down, it would be awesome to be able to show this thing in more of its glory. Because from where I can see it, oh, so much glory. But on the monitor, it gets washed out a little bit because, I'm just pouring lights on top of lights because it's TV. That's how you make TV. Hey, this is how you make TV. See that? Disgraceful. Disgraceful. Ripley. Seriously. Seriously, Ripley. Microphone in the shot. Oh my god, the microphone just went down further, so now I don't know where it is. So this is great. You can't get one of your minions. Look at that guy back there, just clicking, clicking, clicking. Who is that guy, Ripley? Who is that guy anyway, and what is he doing? Am I paying? Am I paying that guy? Ripley, you got a whole control center? I'm not paying for those people, okay? That's the deal, alright? Excellent. Interns. It's a great way to use people who can afford to work for free while there are people who really need to get their boots wet, their feet wet, get their skills upgraded. But they have to work to fill the time, so they can't. So they end up taking a different job and never follow their dreams. And that's the sad downside of internships. They're offensive. So yeah, so many things. Busy week, pretty busy week. Space Goonie got a book in the mail. Moxie Fox got some books in the mail. Little Sam got a book in the mail. And so far, the consensus seems to be the same thing that Mike White Robot on Twitch. This is where Twitch is, I guess, on Twitch, depending on where you're watching. I sent him a PDF before it was done. And he was just like, same thing he always says, like, why are you not rich yet? Why isn't everybody reading the things that you do? And I'm just like, I don't know. Maybe not enough cats. Maybe you need to add more cats to the things that you do. I find that in the world of the internet, if you really want to make it somewhere, you got to add like 3 or 4 cats to whatever you're doing, or put a bird on it. But I'm not sure. Maybe that just works in Portland, but I don't want to talk about Portland right now because I don't know if that's still a thing. Is Portland still a thing? Oh man, the world's a mess. Am I right? Am I right? This guy knows what I'm talking about. Yeah, yeah. This guy knows what you're talking about. Um. Yeah, Ripley's lashes come and go. I think she kind of had some before, but yeah, usually I forget to draw them in. And on the last or the newest version of Ripley, I forgot to go back and animate her eyebrows. It's a thing I do all the time. But anyway, yeah, new stream. Really had some plans of just like I'm gonna do all of this stuff. I'm gonna get all of this stuff done, and it's gonna be no problem at all. But like Saturday, Sunday, I don't remember which day it was. I was like, all right, I just got to sit on the stream. I got to finish animating Ripley. I've got to do something with Ted. I got to figure out some of these other things. Still have to set up a bunch of stream stuff, which I didn't do. But first, I was like, well, it's still early in the morning. It's still wicked early in the morning. So, you know what'll be real easy and real quick that we can just get? I'll just get this done before the day actually starts, and maybe I'll even do this, go back to bed for a minute, and then start my day, do all this other animation-y stuff. I'm just gonna make a a sign for the room, and that'll take like 10 minutes for sure, right? Because it's just some cardboard and then some lights. No big deal. No big deal at all. Um, but everything takes time. Everything just takes time. That's just a fact of life. It's a fact of life. Mr. Garrett, Mrs. Garrett will always seem to be living up to your dreams until you go to make a sign and then suddenly you find it takes time. Making signs takes time. Written by Alan Thicke. I have zero ideas of what I'm going to draw today. Mostly we'll be talking about the stream itself as per usual. Well, that's the other thing, Space Cootie. That's with all the things that I was doing. Like every time I'd set up on the computer or whatever a bigger project like a Ripley or a Milo, like, ugh, this is gonna take a minute or two. What's something I can do that I'll just get done real quick? Like while I'm on the way to the fridge to get a snack, what can I complete project wise? And like literally, like, oh well, I'll put up this extra curtain over here. Uh, Not that you can really see it on the camera right now, but over there's another curtain because I was going to do something a little wider because, there's the wide shot, but it still doesn't quite show everything because it's the computer, and in order for it to connect properly, there's a big old cord here, so it can only go so far away. But I was going to go like, hey, here's everything. Here's what it all looks like, huh? Wide shot. There's a camera in the foreground. There's the microphone. There's a portrait over there and a sign and all the things. But you can't quite see the table here. Um, but yeah, so a bunch of like little things. I would just start doing those. For example, while trying to make the main characters and the mainstream artwork and whatnot, I'm like, well, it'll be real quick. Like, let's figure out something to do with Ted over here because like Ted left. Ted's gone, and there was a lot, and he had to go back to his planet of Poochie, I guess, and I'm actually very happy about that. Good riddance. We don't need 2 orange cats. Like that is beyond overkill. Anybody who has 2 orange cats is a little bit nuts, I would say. I mean, if you're gonna take some time to give them an Instagram and talk about them all the time, I mean, 2. That's just crazy. 1 is all you need. You just need me, and then me on a mug. That's the second cat. If you need a second cat, it's me and a mug thing. Unacceptable, sir. Unacceptable. Make a good point. But because we live in the magical world of magic and fun, Ted's not just gonna leave. He was a great guy. He was a great, great guy. He wasn't that great. I mean, I hated him, and he was stupid, and I hated him. And honestly, hopefully, he steps on some glass, like some sort of Bruce Willis adventure. Like maybe he was in one room, and I smashed down a bunch of windows in another room, and that was fun for me. But that didn't happen. I swear that didn't happen. But also, somebody needs to clean up that glass of blood. You're a monster. Um, but yeah, if you shut up for 2 seconds, we go over to this camera. Hey, look what Ted left. Huh? A nice little oil painting of himself for us to have and to hold forever. So no matter what we're doing, no matter what we're thinking, if things get too, heady, too complicated, too exhausting, or just like, if only I knew, if only there was a way, something to remind me to just chill like a chill bra. And I just don't, where would I look? What would I do? And Ted, left that to be like, oh, I remember how he was all like, oh, that's SoCal, that's SoCal life, dog. Don't be full Cal, go SoCal and relax for 5 seconds, and that's magical and that's great. Hey, hey, dude, brah. I'm still technically here in spirit, brah, because through the power of dudesness and surfing and bank robberies in the sky, dude, I will always be here in your heart. I'm like your personal ET. I'll be right here in this painting. So is that cool, dude? That's totally cool, brah. Wrong camera. Just realized after I hit the button, couldn't remember what Ted's voice is. And after running around doing things, once again, throat is really dry. A little while ago, I was starting to put together a pitch for like a kids show that is basically this, except for kids. And the more I put it together, the more I designed things, the more I wrote stuff, the more I'm just like, you know what? You know what's an interesting fact about putting together a kids show idea pitch to like make to like actually be like, no, I'm gonna make this. I'm gonna be in this show. And we're gonna make a show for kids. The biggest problem with that is you hate kids. You're like, you know what? The last people I want to be my audience is children. Like, yeah, they spend all the money on the things and they appreciate the things more sometimes, but still, at the heart of it, they're children and you don't really want anything to do with them. Is it that part? Is that the thing? That's exactly what it is. Just like the more I work on this, the more I don't want to do it. So eventually, last weekish, I started morphing this a little. Again, it's not that different, but it's still just like no, like this is it. I've already built it. Just instead of filming everything, animating all the stuff after the fact, I'll just do it like this. I'll just keep doing it like this, and we'll figure out a way to Pee Wee's Playhouse of Phi, to Mr. Dress Up Eyes, this thing, because that's all I want to do is to have a Mr. Dress Up thing, hence the MrCurtoons. For a minute, I was thinking Dr. Cartoons, or maybe even Sergeant Cartoons, I think is also hilarious and fun. But yeah, so the sign ended up taking forever. And same thing, it was just like, oh, this Ted thing could take a minute. Excuse me. Ended up like throwing it into Photoshop, doing a bunch of like filters and stuff on it so it doesn't just look like a picture that I took. Then I'm like, well, now I have to go print this because my printer doesn't print. Printers don't print anything if you have them in your home. That's just not a thing. So I got to go to Staples to print that off. I got to put it in the frame before I could take a picture of this area so I can take the animated version, the animated version, the animated version, the animated version, and slap it in there so that when we need to talk to Ted, Ted can be like, oh, bro, you're breaking my brain over here, dude. I totally thought that I just left this magical painting through the magic of surfing. Hey, my mouth stopped for a minute. Maybe when that happens, I should be like, whoa. But I don't know when that's gonna happen. But also, my eyes move around a lot more, bro. I'm just looking around, chilling out, being chill. What were we talking about, bro? Oh yeah, you breaking my brain with all of your making of things. That's so cool and dude, bro. Are you a dude, bro? Bro, this is so dude. Oh, it's not whack at all, bro, but it's cool. This guy knows what I'm talking about. This guy doesn't know anything. He doesn't know what anybody's talking about. Oh my god. If he talks anymore, I'm gonna smash this mug right off that wall. And it's a good thing that you took the glass out of that frame, because let me tell you. Oh wait. Is that where the Oh, never mind. I don't know where that glass in that frame went. I have no idea. Let's cut away from me. Let's cut away to anything else. And I am innocent of whatever you're thinking. So, I'm gonna switch to blue. Yeah, I added a bunch of not filters, some transitiony things to make things smoother and just feel a little more TV-ish. And sign took forever. This thing, this thing, this thing really didn't take long at all. It was pretty fun. And when I went to Staples to get it printed off, got it printed off, and then I was like, hey, my headphones are basically dead. I better get another pair of super cheap wireless headphones. So I went to the little bin where they keep the super cheap headphones, and I got a pair of super cheap headphones. So far, they're pretty awesome. Way better than my last pair of super cheap headphones. With a tube brush. So yeah, I'm just gonna start doodling myself until I think of an idea. Um, and Bill and Ted Bacats tagged me in a post. You can tag me on a post too. If you're on Instagram, follow at MrCurtoons. That's like cartoons except with a U instead of the A, because I'm a Kurt and not a car. That's how you can remember that. Oh, snaps. The buttons are a little different now. So there we go. Did that cross dissolve nice? It did not. Did not. It should have. I know why. I know why. I know why. And I'm going to fix it right now. Why? Because I know how and why to fix it. So we're going to add a connection, transition connection. Add one with the add button here. Because Streamlabs OBS is so easy. There's nothing you need to fear. Click on camera main, then I'll click on fade, and then the destination unknown is the flash screen, and then we'll hit OK, and everything's 5x5 green. All right, let's try this again. Hey, it's me on the main camera. I made a sign and a TED and this thing. And oh my god, I made so many things. Oh my god. I keep thinking, like, sometimes the characters are just so, like, oh, they're just so half-assed and thrown together that I'm like, that still took forever. Like, yeah, you still a bunch of parts. I experimented with bones and Flash again, because that never works out. So anyway, let me try this again. Oh, feel that nice dissolve? That was nice and smooth. That's how we do it in TV. So I go to Staples. I have some pictures of Ted rolled up. I got two little ones because it was like, oh, that's fine. And I'm like, hey, can this print it yourself printer do something bigger? Oh, it can. This isn't great quality because it's from a small picture, but I don't care. I don't care. I'm experimenting with bones, gluing them together in your home. 'Cause I killed you in the night and put you in the fridge, and now I'm making ice just right. It's like an episode of Hannibal, world's most favorite cannibal. Hannibal, Hannibal, this is you, do 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 do. Murdering your friends next door, they never told. Ate them up with Chianti sauce, very bold. But they changed that from the book, 'cause American audiences wouldn't look if they didn't say Chianti. That's a movie fact. Do 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 do. Sidetracked myself by singing what Space Gunny was saying. So I had a couple of pictures of a cat. I buy the headphones. Boop. All right, cool. Do you have a special card of some kind? No, let me just pay with money and walk away. All right, cool. Would you like to give your email? No, let me just buy this and walk away. All right, excellent. Anything else I should know about you or secrets of... No, I would just like to purchase some headphones so I could hear sounds in my ears from across a room without wires, please. And or thank you. I say that like she was a horrible, rude person, and she was not. She was super nice and awesome. Um, Probably one of the few times I've gone to Staples where I haven't been inundated with the old, "I'll give you your email. But without your email, what will we do?" I don't know, man. I don't know. Given it to you many times. Send me my receipt. So anyway, there's like a little table off to the side. So I lay down the pictures there. They're kind of rolled up, but they kind of unfurl as I'm paying for things. So as I go to roll them back up, she's like, "Oh, like, is that a picture of your cat? Eh? You got a big giant 11 by 14 picture of your cat and several. Why else would you be printing out a bunch of random pictures of strangers' cats? Obviously, this must be your cat, right? Answer my question, strange person." No, no. This is somebody else's cat. Actually, um, I do this live stream, and my friends watch, and they have cats, and their cats watch, and their cats have an Instagram. So I took a picture from their Instagram, and then I animated. I cut a hole in its face, and then I made the mouth move and made its eyes move, and now I'm gonna turn it into a talking picture on my wall, and that's what I'm doing today. Okay, there's another customer. Goodbye. No follow-up questions. And that was awesome for me. That was awesome. That was kind of fun. She wasn't like, "That's weird." She was like, "Oh, that's awesome." Like, good response. See you later. I should give you a card or a sticker, but I'm not carrying anything with me other than 4 pictures of a cat that I don't own, except in this version over here now. Oh, that dissolve. I could dissolve that all day. Totally normal and nothing's weird. Everything's totally cool right here. So many comic strips really do just start with me just going do 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 do. All right, here's Curtis, and he is upset about something. And I start to draw Milo, and I'm like, this will give me all the answers that I'm searching for. Milo will show me what I'm so upset with. But then I just like draw a plain Milo just sitting here, like, what? Then he's got to explain it, or I'll do that, then I'll get 3 panels in. I'm like, oh, he should have been holding an umbrella this whole time. And that makes the joke, whatever it's going to be. But right now, just doing stuff because I'm starting to think as well the new uh, um, motto, the new tagline, the new modus operandi of this show, of the stream, is me trying to complete a project in spite of in spite of B. Is this directed at me? In spite of me getting in the way and having delightful conversation with you, you're like, "Oh, I'm not here for delightful conversation. I'm here to draw in silence and occasionally think what I'm drawing because there's something wrong with my brain and I need to think what I'm doing, or else what? The world explodes? You're like a speed bus? Do you think you're a speed bus who can't think below 50 words a day?" Basically, yeah, that's true. Um, but yes, you and the other things, like Batman is no longer in the corner. Ripley's in a big control room over there. She's controlling all the things, lots of screens, lots of help. So that's I don't have to fight with Ripley. I've never had to fight with Ripley. She's always the sweetest angel in the world. Meow 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 meow. I appreciate you. You're the sweetest angel. And and we've got Ted, and you can't really see them on any of the cameras right now. I'll have to adjust when they are done. Um, uh, Go over here, do this. Perfect. Okay. Yeah, yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah, no. So right behind that screen, let's. Oh, I got a camera in the way, so like, hmm, if I can hide, if I can hide this thing, let's try this. Nope, that's not it. Oh, there it is. So right there, still can't quite see that. But I think maybe I can move it. Maybe I can move it. Let's see what I can do. You remember the couch that I made a while ago? The whole setup is the thing, though. See? See? So if I can get these guys, actually, let's go to the main. Do we've got foot soldier and alien with glasses on, hanging out on the couch. Of course. One of the reasons for a wide shot is to be able to see them as well. So they will be reacting to stuff. They will become stop motion characters because cartoons, it's all forms of animation and comic stripping and movie making. We're going to make and do a lot of stuff. And eventually put some of it on Patreon and make people pay for it. Place. So yeah, they're gonna have their whole thing. So I'll be contending with them. But like I said, I think that's everybody. Major Penguin. I don't know. I have a slight feeling that the foot soldier, whose name I think is just gonna be Dan. I have a feeling he's going to enjoy not being a penguin. And I haven't decided on the alien's name or whether or not she will have a voice or if she will just go. Oh, there we go. Always lost in the clothing folds. So just roughing out some stuff here until we think of an idea. What was I saying? Yeah, we got Ripley over there. This guy over here, his face is uncovered, and in the most magical thing. So this is the Mirkoing of stuff. A long time ago, galaxy not so far away. We were making cartoons for TV, for Teletoon, for children, and everything was wonderful. Except there's a lot of work to be done. There's a lot of lip sync to be drawn, and just searching for anything you could do, any way to sidestep in order to get shows done faster because, shows just have to be done faster. Um, all right, and this one, Milo's going to hold something up. Holding up first, and then we'll figure out what it is, and then we'll try to make a joke out of it. But nobody else has a little TV show happening on their end table in their office? I doubt it, no. So Mirko, greatest person in the world. He was one of the storyboard guys, and the greatest and my favorite storyboard guy because he actively tried to make life easier for the animators. He was an animator. He knew what it was like to have not enough time to animate everything. So it's great if somebody boards a scene that you can just get done. So often there would be these scenes where somebody will be talking, and usually the animator would fix it from Mirko's boards, and I would be like, "What did you do? Mirko just gave you a gift, and you went upstairs and you kicked his chair out from under him, and you rubbed poop on his desk. Is that what you just did? That's what I'm seeing. I don't know. You explain how something else happened." because I'm just seeing Mirko's desk and face smeared, just smeared with your offensive turd response to that. And he had a lot of awesome tricks, but one of my favorites was so many scenes he would just give a character food, just like in movies where Brad Pitt or whoever is always eating food, and Mirko. Oh my God, you have the I don't have I only have the outtakes from the Birth of Serfs. I don't even have the movie anymore. It might be still at the house, the terrace house. I don't know, but yeah, I do have the bloopers, which is still crazy to see. Um, but yeah, Mirko would do all these scenes. So when somebody was talking, he would purposely, especially if it's a lot of dialogue, they're like, "Hey, so anyway," or they'd be holding a sandwich in front of their mouth specifically when they were talking. But everybody was too afraid, way too afraid. Well, I'm not going to do that. I'll get in trouble. Of course, you have to see the character's mouth while they're talking. Of course, you have to see that. But guess what? I come from a different land where the rules are different and better because they're carved in stone based on the teachings of a little Mirko. And little Mirko, I thought these were genius, so I would start grabbing up those scenes. Like, all right, cool. Nobody's got time. Nobody has time to animate. Excellent. You all keep doing the hard scenes, and I'm gonna grab all the Mirko scenes then. All right, all the Mirko style scenes, and even more so, I would go back through the years and I would grab scenes that Mirko has animated himself with his own adorable little hands, and I would use his animation to animate the scenes that he was now storyboarding. And then when he'd watch the show, Mirko would be like, because obviously it's me. I'm the only one that has memorized where every scene in however many thousands of scenes there are at this point. I knew all of them. I knew all of them. I knew who did them. I knew what was happening in them, so I could just drift through my brain and find all of the Mirko scenes that fit these new scenes, and I would get them. And when it wasn't something that Mirko had done or a show he hadn't animated on before, it's just straight from Mirko boards, I will be the one that's like, yep, he's holding a bouquet in front of his mouth. Yep, I've got that sandwich up there. And then one day, Brendan came in, uh, the studio manager, and he's like, yeah, so Brian was asking, or whoever the editor was asking, these scenes, what's up with these scenes? Like every time Al is talking, he's got like a mug in front of his face, and you can just barely see his beard moving to show that he's talking. I'm like, yeah, because Mirko's a genius, and he's like, I don't know, like, what are you talking about? Um, that's like a day's worth of work that I did in 4 minutes because Mirko is magical, and if we all do what Mirko boards, we all get to go home early, and people still like the show. The 6 people that like this show, so don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. So he made me fix it. They always made me fix it, and it was just like, fine, fine, everything fun, I'll fix until it's normal and not fun anymore, and everything will be the Snyder Cut, and we won't have a wacky version of the Justice League. We'll only have the dark version. Now you get two. Now you get two. All right. I still don't understand what's happening. I did finally watch the trailer for uh, uh, um, whatever Justice League hashtag the Snyder Cut, and it does look good. Like it actually looks like, oh, I don't have that same feeling when the Justice League came out where I'm like, oh, this is going to be bad. I guess I'll have to watch it. And then I watched it and it was like, oh, that was really fun. I can't watch it again. I've tried. It is unwatchable garbage. But first time around, hey, look at those superheroes. I didn't expect some of this stuff to happen. Way to Justice League around. But the Snyder Cut, I'm just like, other than it's 4 hours long. It's 4 hours long. It's on a special network and it's broken up into several parts. But all the shots that they showed were like, oh, hey, those all look like the things that I was missing from that movie that, would make it make sense. Did this movie make sense? Maybe this is going to be a good movie. So, I don't know, not necessarily looking forward to it. I feel weird that I put a lot of energy into being excited for the re-releases of the Star Wars, and now I'm just like, what even happened? How much money and time was? Oh my God, what did we do with our lives? And I mean, because of it, we have more Star Wars, but because of it, we have more Star Wars. I don't know which is right. I don't know which is wrong. But speaking of the Star Wars, tell me about Batman again. What's your deal with Batman? Hey, excuse me? Are you looking at me? You talking to me? Batman. I'm saying Batman? Answer me. Yeah. The other thing that I watched, which I don't know why I was like, I'm not gonna watch the trailer. I don't care. But it's like, no, yes I do. I'm gonna watch the trailer. I super care. Is the Batman trailer? Because with all the Justice League stuff, I'm just like, I don't care anymore. If a movie comes out, maybe I'll watch it. All right, the world is over. You're making movies. Nothing makes any sense. I don't know what to think anymore. But then seeing all the things like this Robert Pattinson Batman looks pretty great. Like, all right, whatever. I don't know. I'm sure it is. Why wouldn't it be? Right? I don't know. Throw the trailer on, and other than the trailer felt like it was 19 hours long, it looked really good. It looked really good. Felt like a year one. It felt like a comic book. It felt good. It felt real good. Just like the Justice League trailer uh also felt crazy long. Um but at least in the Batman trailer I was like, I don't think I know what's happening here other than it's definitely the Riddler, definitely Catwoman, definitely too many bad guys in there, but they might do it in a way that is like the cartoon where it's like, yeah, you can have a handful of bad guys if you write a decent story that ties them together or keeps them properly separated. But most movies are just like, here we are, look at me, I'm Frankenstein Bane. Hey, I have all the plants, look at my skates. All right, cool. Good job, Joel. Good job. Uh But yeah, the Justice League. So again, like the Batman trailer, I'm like, all right, cool. That's all I need to see. I won't watch anything more about this. Then when I watch the movie, it will be amazing because I won't know anything. Justice League trailer feels like I just watched a fan-made version of the Justice League movie. Like, I don't feel like I haven't watched this whole movie already. Pretty much, it felt like, oh, these are all the scenes that were cut from the other movie, edited back in, and we'll show you that part for the trailer. So I'm just like, I kind of don't feel like I need to see that movie. Like, again, it looks good, but of course it would have to if you're going to put another $7 billion into it and kind of put your reputation on the fact it was like, how dare you? Like, why didn't you finish the movie in the first place? Like, weren't you fired for like molesting children? Isn't everybody molesting young girl actors now or something? I don't know anymore. I don't remember why Zack Snyder wasn't allowed to finish it. Other than, hey, I want to make this movie, and they were like, no, we want to sell action figures to children. Ugh. I'll be at Tim Burton's house if anybody needs me. But regardless of all of that, like I said, both still look good. And in other superhero news, you know what's awesome? I remember mentioning on this stream a long time ago, long before the show was canceled. I was super excited for a minute that, oh my God, Peter Serafinowicz, which is not how you say his name, I'm pretty sure. Peter Serafinowicz is the Tick. I forgot that he plays the Tick, and he plays the Tick the best ever. Like, it feels so much like the cartoon. It's crazy. But I remember season one came out, and I was like, oh my God, this looks like it's going to be great. I definitely have to watch this. And it was on Amazon. I don't have Amazon. And and then it was like, hey, season one of the Tick is pretty great. Anyway, it's canceled. Hey, guess what? Uncanceled. We're going to do season two. And the guy who plays I want to say Walter. Walter. Not Walter. Walter? Arnold? No. Uh. Anyway, um, the guy who plays the sidekick guy, who it's like kind of about, it's told in such a good way, such a good way. Oh, I loved it. Arthur, there we go. And um, it looks good, it feels good, and it's funny, but mostly like well, I couldn't get into. I tried, but I couldn't get into the Patrick Warburton Tick show. So I'm just like, this just isn't doing it for me. Like, I get what they're going for. They're trying to do like, hey, we're mostly like hanging out, talking about stuff. It's more the sitcom side rather than the superhero-y side of it. And it seemed like Patrick Warburton should be perfect for this, but he's not. He's a perfect Patrick Warburton character, and I was like, no, this isn't it at all. He doesn't have that thing. This is supposed to be a giant Adam West, and Peter Serafinowicz does all the voices. Like I said, most of them are on YouTube, but it's like the Peter Serafinowicz show. It's amazing, 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 amazing. Just like a sketch show. So the guy who plays Arthur was on Doug Loves Movies, and just like, this guy's awesome. Oh my god, I want to see this show. He's made me want to see this show. He's made me want to see more of what this guy's up to. He seems great. He comes back for the second season. The same deal. He was like, hey, the Tick, you should go watch it. It's awesome. I'm really proud of it. But yeah, it's already canceled again. I don't think it's really coming back this time. So I feel bad as if it's like, oh, it's my fault. I should have watched more TV. So I'm only a few episodes in. But yeah, Peter Serafinowicz does this just giant, exalted Adam West type character, and yeah, I mean all the characters aren't there because I mean most of them are crazy cartoon characters from what I remember, like Chairhead or guy with a chair for a head whose head is a chair. Um, I still can't remember. I meant to look it up earlier if Batman Well was in the cartoon and Deflator Mouse was in the show, or vice versa. Because I remember it being like, well, we can't have this in the show. Like we don't have the rights to it. But then it was like, hey, but he's Batman Well. Like that's more Batman than Deflator Mouse. But like I said, I don't know. The Tick cartoon was from a long time ago, and I only remember so many things. Please give me a break. Oh, Milo, what are you even holding? I got nothing. I can't think of anything. All right, I thought of an idea. Weird noises upstairs. Also, nice soft dissolve over to the drawing camera. I just decided what this comic is about, slightly. So I'm thinking, basically. Oh yeah, I forgot my cursor doesn't show up. Does it? No. um, Panel one. Let's give Milo an excited face. So still floating it around in my head. But yeah, first panel, Milo's basically like, hey, Remember that movie Sister Act and how fun that was? And Curtis is kind of like, yeah, yeah, that's pretty fun. I was like, I agree. So I thought it would be super fun to do that in some way or whatever. So just be like, so I saw some mysterious like gangster looking guys. So I took this briefcase. Now we get to go hide out and sing songs to escape from the mob. I haven't figured out the rest yet, but that's the basic crux. So I'll just keep doodling stuff like that. And then I don't know. Last frame, they'll be in nun outfits. Oh yeah, so stories. I did make some notes somewhere. I only made one note, I think, of one guy being a human in the world. While I'm trying to be a human in the world. So on the weekend, I guess it was maybe during the week. I had the week off, so I don't know, no sense of time. But I went for a walk, and I was walking downtown. By downtown, I mean there's like a little streetway with a bunch of shops on it, patio type restaurant things, and I walked through there. So since I was walking through there, and there's going to be at least a bit of foot traffic, I'm gonna pass at least two people minimum. So I'll just keep my mask on while I walk through here. Why would I not do that? Other people are doing that, so I'm going to do that. But this is a somewhat trafficked area. So elsewhere, walking around, it's like there's nobody for a mile. I can see people whether or not they're coming in the distance. So yeah, I'll pull it down slightly so my nose is out a little bit, and then when I see somebody, boop, back up like a good responsible person, I think. So like I said, I'm in the downtownish area, so my mask is on. I get to the end of that street, just about, and there's an intersection where I can either go left, right, or straight ahead, and I genuinely am just like I don't know which way I want to go. Do I want to go all the way back around this way, or do I want to go further away and then come back around, or do I want to go forward up towards the park and stuff? I just don't know. It's kind of a warm day already, but so far I haven't been upset by the existence of other people and their maddening attitudes towards things, and everything is wonderful. So at the end of that street, uh, trying to make a decision of do I go left, right, or center, I kind of like first take a step back because oh, some big dude is coming. I'm gonna see which way he goes, and then I will go the opposite way, or at least one of the other two ways. Like, we're gonna do the Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. We're gonna take away one of these possibilities. So he starts to walk up, and I figure, oh, cool, he's gonna go that to the right. I think I'll go left. Good decision made. So I'm just kind of standing there milling about for half a second, and he stops though. He stops. Hey, hey, son, you're dizzy. You're getting dizzy. You got to take that mask off. You're getting dizzy. The carbon dioxide's building up. You're getting dizzy. You're gonna pass out. Hey, if you're getting dizzy, you got when you get dizzy like that, son, you got to pull that mask down. You got to pull your mask down. You're getting dizzy. No, I'm fine. Breathing fine, feeling fine. Everything's fine. Just stopping to think. Stopping to think a little bit. Like still, you have your mask on. That's fine. It's like, but just like just pull it down. Just pull it down so your nose is out a little. Just let your nose out there so that you can breathe a little bit. Because my friend, he passed out. He had his mask on. He was all paranoid like that, so he had his mask on all the time. So the carbon dioxide it built up, and he passed out. He passed out and fell over. And I mean, thank God somebody was there. And now what am I supposed to do? I'm out here trying to. I got to save everybody. I can't save everybody. Tell everybody to take their mask off and breathe a little bit. But that's what I'm out here doing. Yeah, no. I know how to move the mask down from my nose. I did it before, but because there's people around, that's when I keep it up. Like, and I mean, he wasn't listening. By this time, he started to walk away, going, "I can't. I gotta save everybody. I gotta save everybody." And I'm still just like, do you not? I mean, I know the answer, obviously, but do you not see the irony of, oh, I have to go up to people and I have to tell them to take their masks off so they don't pass out? Because everybody thinks they have to have their mask on all the time. Like, when you're in their face talking to them, yes, that's exactly the time you're supposed to have a mask on. You shit. Like, excuse me, Mr. Shit? That's when you're supposed to have your mask on. Don't come up in my face. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yeah, like that's the thing is like people trying to explain to you like no, no you can't. You can't breathe with that like okay. So what? But again, we live in a world where it's also just like, "Hey, you have to wear a bra. Hey, you can't dress like that in here because I'm going to go crazy." Like no, actually, you're a maniac and you need to learn to control yourself. I know how to breathe and wear this. Why can't people anything? Why can't people anything? But of course, like I say, like I grew up in a world in an era where so many people was like, "Oh, look what they're wearing. You can't wear that there. You can't wear that there. Oh, look at that person wearing that over there. Like, oh, they're a disgrace." And now it's 40 years later, and most of those people they're still alive or not a disgrace or they're happy. And you're over here wearing that same stuff that you're supposed to be wearing when you go to wherever. And yeah, it turns out everyone was wrong, and you should try to be happy. Uh, or try to be safe by wearing a safety mask. I mean, it's that same thing of just like, what? How am I supposed to drive a motorcycle with a helmet on? Hey, I don't. My reflexes aren't as quick with a helmet on. Like, yeah, you can't turn your head quite as fast, I guess, but when you fall over, and exactly, yeah, like all the operations, all the like, there's just way too much precedent set. Unless if we want to do that, I'm fine with this. Like I kind of can't wait. Like I know that's going to be pandemic time, so it's still not going to happen, but I kind of can't wait for Halloween to come around so that I can be that jerk who makes a bunch of memes and posts that straight up say, "Hey, hey everybody, don't forget this Halloween when you let your kids go out trick or treating that they don't put their masks on for more than 10 minutes, or else they'll die." Those children will die, just like we've seen in the past. Every Halloween, every year, every child dies from wearing a mask. Every single one of them. Remember? Remember that? And that's like a rubber mask usually that you will suffocate in. These are actual breathable, designed to breathe through masks. But whatever. No, nothing makes sense unless it is just like for some kind of holiday or some kind of whatever. But there's people doing it all day long, and yeah, some things are difficult. The amount of people that I've met that are like, I love to draw. I wish I could draw all day, but oh my god, the stuff that you do, I couldn't do that all day. And it's just drawing all day. No, that's too much. It's too much. It can't be done. It can't be done. Like, well, I can because I do it. That's how I pay my bills. That's how I'm alive. If anything, at the end of the day, I make more things. Do I have the energy? No. Last night, I was exhausted. I was beyond exhausted. And I'm just like, I did all my work, and I'm just like, I don't have the energy to animate Ripley as much as I'm just going to slap it together. And, and I was just done. But I'm like, I want this to get done, so I'm going to finish it. So I did that. I hung up that curtain over there. I put that up, the cat up on the wall. Did a bunch of things to the point where I'm just like, I am drenched in sweat, and the power keeps going out every time I start to work on the thing. Actually, the power didn't go out at all. I've got a little backup battery. I want to call it a tripwire box. That's not what I'm thinking of, though, but a transistor? No. A flux capacitor. Anti power surge protection thing. There we go. So every time there was a big flash of lightning, I'd hear the click of the surge protector thing, and then it would shut the computer off. I'd be like, the point of view is that you don't shut off when the power goes off, so I've got like an hour, if not at least a half hour, to save my stuff and shut down. But I didn't press the reset button, so it just would shut down automatically. But it was like only when I started working on something, it was like, fine, it's quiet, thunder has stopped, lightning has stopped, everything's cool. I'm gonna do a little more work on Ripley for 5 minutes. Is this a sign? Do you want me to take a break? Who's doing this? Who's in control of this vertical and this horizontal? So I eventually did finish all that stuff. I legitimately didn't finish putting all this in and the cats, any of this stuff, until literally 30 minutes before this stream is when I actually got all this stuff in. I don't think there was a big storm everywhere. Curtis Ryu over on his stream, he had to cancel his stream, or he had a meeting or something. In Newfoundland, I believe, is where he is. Maybe he's in PEI. Pretty sure he's in Newfoundland. But yeah, it was everywhere. We're getting tropical. Getting tropical storms now. Everything is moved up a couple of latitudes. Longitudes? Latitudes. Longitude. Yeah. That guy. Not even going to talk about the news. We're not even going to do the news this week because the news is too ridiculous. It was just beyond ridiculous. And I mean, it always is, but it's still to the point where it is just like, hey, that guy's actively trying to become dictator of the country and abolish elections and just become the king. And can't we all just stop and go, hey, I don't know what Russia's deal is. I really don't know what Russia's deal is. But it seems like I get the feeling Putin and or whoever, a bunch of oligarchs, close enough. A bunch of oligarchs were like, "Hey, no. I think I can definitely take over the United States. Yeah, let's take over the United. Let's do it. Let's just take over the United States. We can do the computer stuff. We can do this. We just need to put this guy in charge. Or maybe it was after this guy was being actively trying to be put in charge." But I really definitely picture one of those cartoon supervillain meetings where it is like, all right, so as long as I help you out, like, like, yeah, so this section over here, this will be Trump land, and the rest will be the new Russian states or whatever. But just the fact that, like, everything, the Democratic, not the Democratic, the Republican convention there was just like, are you people kidding me? Wow. One guy fully just going on like, we've had a rough year, am I right? Like, we had a pandemic, we had this, we had that, like, but we're gonna do good. Like, none of that has changed. That's still happening. Like, you're still running on the thing of like, we gotta stop this Obama. He's made a real mess. Like, it's so far beyond that now. so far beyond that. And I mean, he asked for a do-over? I want a do-over 4 years. Because, well, with all this meddling in the election, I think they made a mess of it, so I deserve an extra 4 years of being the president. Just a gimme, like I'm used to. And then yeah, like all the stuff specifically that he railed on Obama and Hillary for, like he and his kids are just outright doing left, right, and center. Like, no, this is just how it's done. Blah 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 blah. Like you said, that was the worst thing to do before, and they were doing it for good reasons. You are actively murdering everybody, and yeah, it just makes no sense. And again, just the rampant hate crimes and all over Canada and United States is just like, what's up, guys? Would love to just go out into the world and feel safe, but a bunch of people are like, no, no, stop feeling safe. A bunch of us are walking around with guns and chainsaws. How you doing? Not great. Not great. I'd like you to be not walking around with guns and chainsaws. No deal. No deal. But the tick is great. It's just a great show. Ripley, you concur. Oh, I made a bunch of stuff. That was the other thing. Um, while making the Milo, he was just barely finished. Like I don't even think I did the talking version yet. I just had this version done, and thought in my head, what'll be a great idea if I do like kind of a teaser reveal of Milo, where I just shove a bunch of excuse me, this Milo over top of the Joker footage when he's putting getting his new face put on, and that'll be fun, right? And that'll take a few minutes. And that was like way more work than making Milo, because like none of it I could really reuse this Milo. I had to still make new stuff. Like this is insane. Uh, in my defense, I pictured the scene was like, you see the doctor doing stuff, you see the hand reach, and then you see his face just like framed like this, where I thought I would just throw a Milo in front of it, and he's like laughing. Then I just realized, oh, there's a whole like horror sequence here. This is gonna be a bit of work. Um, it was too late. I was already into it. So then I'm just like, I still haven't put all this work into the stream yet. What am I doing? Why am I doing this? Like, this is such an unnecessary thing. But let's watch it. Let's watch it right now. Let me see. How do I find where that video is? Don't know what it's called. Not it there. Milo Stacy's mom. Probably in Milo reboot folder. What if I put it on the screen where I can see things? That's a good idea. I know this system. Unix system. Laser Sharks 123 1123. Been a while. Oh, you're in the new intro, Laser Sharks. You're the only holdover from the old intro. All right. See if this works. I'm gonna try and go to. Oh, where is this? We'll have it right. This screen. That's not right. So we go to this screen. There we go. Flash a second. A little bit bigger. I think I'm going to assume the audio is going to play. I'm going to assume the video is going to play. Nothing's happening. That's weird.
Let's see how we did.
That's not the right one. That's the actual movie. Oh my. Where'd my folder go? So Milo reboot. Be a ref. A reboot teaser. What movie is it from? Space Goonie. Space Goonie. Oh my god. What movie are you from? Oh, you've been judged.
Let's see how we did.
Yep. Mirror. Mirror. Oh. Oh.
You understand that the nerves were completely severed, Mr.
Oh. Oh, we're laughing. We're having a good time. All right, I'll be upstairs. I'll talk to you later.
An awful lot of stairs in this place.
That was Michael Keaton and Kim Basinger at the end. In Wayne Manor. Batman #1. Second Batman movie. After the Can't Get Rid of a Bomb movie. Where'd my flash go? Go. It's from Jumanji. I learned not knowing any of the movies from you when you talk to everybody else about movies that aren't Batman or Jurassic Park. What are you talking about, Ripley? No. We got rid of that was the that's a whole separate thing. That's a little Batman skit. Funny, it's about thing. Batman's gone. He's gone. We don't talk to him anymore. He's a dumb character. I mean, the phone is still here, but that's whatever. That's neither here nor there. Maybe we'll get back into some calling the commissioner stuff later on, but not right now. There's just too many things. Okay. Meow 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 meow. Hmm. Rhoda, what are you talking about? That doesn't even make any sense. Meow 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 meow. Hey, I'm on location, reporting for MrCurtoons. You want to know what's going on in the city? I've got the greatest perch where we can talk about. Batman, what are you doing? What are you doing? We don't need anybody on location. Where are you? Who's that guy? I don't know. He was here first. He said that he wouldn't leave. I said it's my roof. He said I don't own the roof. You don't own the roofs. We don't need any kind of on location where? Like that doesn't even make any sense. I can't tell you where I'm on location. Of course it's a secret. But wherever crime is the location where I am located. And I will be everywhere. I have more locations. But right now, I'm gonna go see if that guy has some cool apps that he can share with me. Alright, cool. Have fun with your apps, Batman. Thanks for stopping by and reporting in. Nobody asked you to do that, and it's not necessary. Ripley said it was very necessary. Everything I do is for justice, and also for that horrible cat, Ripley. These are the things that I make. These are the things that I do. Okay, so anyway, time is this? Way too tired to be doing streams tonight. I can't believe I did this much. But yeah, Batman is still here. I lied. He's not gone. He'll be reporting in from the world. Maybe I'll go film some real places for him to report from. I think that's everybody. I think that's it. That's all the surprises that we've got so far. Good night, Space Goody. I'm gonna be out of here in a few minutes tonight too. It's already been a very long week. But there are new credits as well, so you're gonna miss those. That's fine. That's fine. But all that hard work to a little credit sequence, and just don't have the time for that. Everyone's got to sleep instead. I see how it is. I see how it is. No, that's fine. You get your rest. Everyone needs their rest. That's true. People do need their rest. Go get your rest. Don't listen to him. He's out of his mind. Laser Shark is stay until the end. She's your very best shark friend. Rummage, rummage, rummage over here. Because we're lazy. So, something like first panel, hey, remember that delightful what it's called now? Nuns on the Run. Back in the Habit. Is the sequel to Nun Song. I just said it earlier. Why can't I think of it? Sister Act. There we go, Laser Sharks. So yeah, Milo's all like, you know how we love that movie, Sister Act? And I'm all like, it's okay. So I was thinking that I would go and fight the mobsters, and I did. And I stole their briefcase. And now, I'm pointing at different panels that you can't see. So fourth panel, and I got a briefcase full of illegal mysteries. So now they're definitely hunting us down, and we get to go nunning on the run or sister acting. There we go. And then I'm all like, oh, this is terrible. And then Milo's like, whoop. Here's a medley of religious rock songs and your nun outfit. Let's get this show started. And that's how that will end. That's how that will end. Let's take a quick commercial break, and then we'll wrap things up. I have made some commercials, Laser Sharks. I made some commercials. We'll just watch one today, though. Cut it off. So we didn't watch the t-shirts or the masks commercial there. But yeah, it's almost 10 o'clock. I did a lot of work today. I've got a lot of work to do tomorrow. And I basically did everything that I do at my job again for myself at the end of the day. And I'm just super tired. So I'm either going to finish this later or save it for next week. Or maybe we'll do some more midweek streams. I did finally get a piece of gear that will make it much better and easier for me to stream some plain old video games. I don't know what I'll call that, but MrCurtoons plays old video games, probably. And so yeah, now I can do that without it being 16 different workarounds to make it run through the Mac. And yeah, want to do some more stuff. MrCurtoons on Twitter, MrCurtoons on Instagram, MrCurtoons on Facebook, and hey, if you're watching on YouTube, please subscribe. If you're not watching on YouTube, please find the link at No Such Thing as Grown Up / MrCurtoons and subscribe. I need like 100 subscribers to change it from youtube.com / XY7456 channel 545 ABQ115 for a mile and a half to MrCurtoons. Just can't have it right away. But soon and quickly, the more subscribers, the quicker it is. Oh my god! And I can't feel my leg anymore. But yeah, other than that, there's shirts over at society6.com / No Such Thing as Grownups. Me and Tara are talking about rebranding the podcast as well. And then we'll get more of those out because people do need those. It's Advice Central and has the best improv in the world. That is just a fact, based on your list of facts that you write by yourself in your little fact notebook pad, and everything is shut up. It's just true. Best improv ever. But yeah, next week we'll have more Ted. Hopefully, we'll have some action figures to argue with as well. Batman will probably be in a different location. I've got a few of those saved. A lot of things. Got a million little things to still finish putting together. And other than that, I can't think of much else. You just watch the commercial for the book. Little new website eventually. I feel like there was another button, like something special. Whoa! Somebody's following, but I can't see that name from here. Thanks for the follow! This isn't logged in. No. I do have a thing that should let me see that, but I don't have it set up. Yet another thing to set up. It tell me right there, actually. But it does not. But it does not. Anyway, thanks for the follow. Let's have a little view. Nope. Nope. I did used to have a little screen here that would show me my events without having to have the events up on the screen. I don't know. Pop-out thing. Wheel is spinning. Something's happening. Alright, maybe not. Try this button. This is just watching me mess with the things now. Definitely should shut it down first. Remote appearance notification. Play. Good. Follows. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. I could easily just go to my email. Oh, all right. Maybe something didn't happen and I made it up. Either way, thanks for watching. This has been a terrible way to end. Took forever. Yeah. Watching you meander around your keyboard, clicking at stuff. That's how all the best TV shows end. Hey, now just watch me do some clerical work for a minute, while the Tonight Show slowly dies off in the end of the night. Let's just wrap this up and go to bed, you idiot. Oh. Meow. Thanks, Rips. All right. Thanks, everybody. Sorry to labor the ending, but thanks for hanging out, and see you next week. Thanks for letting me steal Ted for the wall. He's pretty fun. Where's his button? Hey, dudes and bros. Thanks for everything. Always be cool and hang those tens as tenly as you can, dudes and bros. What? I haven't thought of anything to say in this doodly voice ever, so it's hard to just randomly say stuff. Well, see, it's just better to be me. I can always have more words that anybody needs all the time. It's just words keep coming and coming, and it's okay. But that Ted guy, oh, he's all like, "Hey, let me think about being cool and stuff." But it's not about being cool. Sometimes it's just about saying words until your voice hurts. Is that what you think about things? Kind of, basically. Good night, everybody. Ripley, let's hit those sweet credits. All across the zone. Ted. Good night, Ted. Where's the end stream?